Another day, another reading. There we go. Start out with a Thoth. Why not? Speaking of Thoth, I have not started Thoth yet. Speaking of tarot cards, today we finished the Justice. It is Justice. So we're going to have to do the background in Photoshop because I messed it up. So, you know, got to fix it in Photoshop. But otherwise, I like the cloth. I like the cloth texture. I like it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So that is the Justice done. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Anna Miller, what's going on? Anna Miller, can I be in Lost? That show is long since been canceled. What's up? Stars Shine, how are you? Eden, what is going on? Bartman, hey, how are you doing? How's everyone doing tonight? We got an extra weekend day tomorrow. If you are in the U.S., I believe, yeah. Memorial Day, you know. Nexus, Wolf, Kayla, and Larry, and Crystal. Hey, how is everybody doing tonight? How are you doing? How is everybody doing? How is the quarantine working out? Is the quarantine working out for everybody? Is everybody happy in quarantine? Stuck in the house still? Is quarantine still a thing? Or was that like half a year ago? I'm not really sure. Is quarantine still a thing in your area? Let us know. Well, I know for Crystal it is. I know Crystal's still in quarantine or still in something like that. Nothing is open or something like that. Jen Bo, hello there. How are you doing? Heat Gates Crossing, hello. How are you? All right. Rayna, what is going on? Rayna, we were waiting for you before we got started. There we go. Rayna has a question about mom, about good old mom. Let's check out Rayna and mom. All right. Let's see. Rayna, mom, reading. So Rayna paid for reading earlier and I missed it because I'm an idiot. So we're going to get it now. We're going to get it now. Nexus is still in. Is lockdown still a thing? Wasn't that like half a year ago? Is that still going on? I don't know. Let's find out about old mama and see what we're looking at there. Still in lockdown. I know Siem is in lockdown. Nexus is in lockdown. Everything here is open up. Although you got to stay 6 feet away from everybody else, which is okay because I like staying far away from people anyway. I don't know. What happens during a date? If you're dating somebody, do you have to stay 6 feet away? Like you have a first date? Wouldn't that be kind of awkward? You know, I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules. Okay, so mom has sort of lost her way there. We got signs reversed. Mom has lost the way. Mom is not in the good place. Mom is not doing great. So, Jen Bo, I'm doing good. How are you doing? But yeah, we sort of lost our way. With Science Upside Down, we sort of lost our way with sort of meaning. There's not much meaning. In other words, there's not like maybe a lot of goals. There's not like a lot of aspirations. There's not some exciting things that we wake up and we want to do, but it just seems like the same old drudge of, you know, doing the same things every day. So it seems like a bit of a challenge there as far as that goes. It's not like that. It's almost like that she needs some either hobbies or some big aspirations, some big things that she can work on, that she can get excited about. Like she wakes up and she's like, I can't wait to get excited about all of this. And I can't wait to work on this. And Shuffle Tarot and Crystal, hello, how you doing? So it's like they're just sort of missing that with Science Upside Down as well. Also, sort of looking at the wands being, I mean, I don't know. It seems overall it should be okay. You know, it should be okay, but it's just nothing to be super excited about, nothing to just to get thrilled about and just be in a project. So it's like maybe a project or maybe something that would be something she always wanted to do, maybe a goal, some excitable hobby that she sort of really, you know, loves and wakes up and all thrilled about and things like that, sort of just pick it up where it goes along. So there is sort of this emotional downtime sometimes and whatnot, but overall should be okay. We got success at the end. So sort of looking at, I mean, it's, you know, as far as this goes, we're sort of looking at the Venus in the Aries, looking at a bit of the moving into the next phase, or moving into something that's going to be the next thing that we want to do. I think it's going to be a big help as far as that's concerned. But domain as well, sort of looking out at the domain, looking out at all of our accomplishments in life and being proud of that, and sort of doing all of that thing is, you know, it's going to be pretty nice. So just overall, just needs some exciting activities, something where we can, you know, jump in and do something where I'm excited about it when I go to sleep, and I'm excited about it again when I wake up. So just a little bit of motivation, and you know, there you go. A little bit of motivation, something she's always wanted to do. Just grab hold of that and ride with it. And just continue on from there. But that seems to be helping. But domain, if you have a domain, you have a nice ending card. I mean, overall, everything's okay. It's just a bit of that downtime, a bit of that reflection. Too much reflection sometimes is not a good thing, where you're just sitting there just thinking about the past, or you're thinking about what could be, what might have been, you know, trying to go back in time and trying to rethink everything. So sometimes this is not beneficial. But anyway, I think she'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Just a matter of something to be thrilled about, something to be excited about. Maybe give her your watercolor kit. There you go. Start her on the watercolor journey. Get her to do justice. Get her to do a justice card. There you go. Just have her do a justice card. Just start on it. Draw the cloth and the scales and all that stuff, you know, something like that. There you go. All right. So what else we got? Is your list growing, Bart? There you go. I'm listening. Just going to put the kettle on. Well, cool. Philippe, what is going on? Good to see you as well. So it's 11:30. 11:30. Well, yeah, there's that, but I mean, you know, there's that, but shuffle tarot. Watch it. Get ready to take daughter to school. Changing restrictions. Their business open by appointment, but staying home order still active in the area. Things are still closed. Okay. Doing good. I'm doing good. Let's see. Reopen beaches. Yeah, the media acts like the minute something's open again, everyone's going to just fall over and not make it. Well, anyway. All right. So there you go. Willing to pay for going tonight. Shuffle Tarot Runes deck. I'm going to become unstuck. And where do I go from here? Okay. Let's figure that out. Unstuck, and where do I go? Unstuck, and where do I go? My friend resolved problems with her daughter. Ali, hello. What's going on? All right. Let's see. Unstuck. Let's get unstuck by using the Encore Tarot. That's one you never stuck. You're never stuck when you have the Encore Tarot. Oh, the Encore Tarot. Still waiting on my cloths. Still waiting on my cloths. Nobody liked the Emperor. Nobody liked the Emperor. Everyone said the eyes look weird. The dog looked weird. Everything looked weird. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about just putting it on Kickstarter at this point and just waiting. Just wait and see. Put it on Kickstarter and just wait and see. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Just throw it down. Throw it down and hope for the best. Hope for the best, because you never know what you're going to get. Never know what you're going to get. Anu, hello. How's it going? All right. We've got 30 people in here already, and it's been 4 minutes. Cool. Encore Tarot. Ciro Marchetti, one of my absolute favorites. Ciro Marchetti has masks. I think they're still out of stock. I got to go look, but once I get my new cloths in, I want to do another Ciro Marchetti loot list. A loot stack. A loot crate. There you go. At least it's spelled right. That's right. Jinbo remembers the Emperor. The Emperor. So what we're looking at as far as being unstuck. The Six of Cups says it's all about, well, actually, you have other people that can motivate you. You have other people that have some things they want you to do, some ideas they want you to do. You have people that you can communicate with that will assist you in being unstuck, basically. So the Six of Cups is all about communicating with other people. It's also a card of children and whatnot, but it's about communicating with other people, getting in with other people, talking to friends, getting some ideas from friends, doing things sort of in that vein as well. So I think that sort of relying on other people to help you out is going to be a good thing. Mindless Bookshelf, hello, what is going on? Start a successful online business. We'll check that out in just a minute. Thank you so much for your donation. So the Six of Cups does point to getting in with friends, talking to friends, getting ideas from friends, doing things that are going to be sort of getting you unstuck as far as that goes. Now, the King of Swords talks about sort of a leadership, maybe a leadership, just taking ownership of some things that you haven't taken ownership before. We have some issues where you just sort of have avoided this, or you haven't really taken it too seriously. And the King of Swords points to that power that you have within yourself, sort of that military leader feel. You have the leadership ability that you need to sort of activate sometimes in order to get things going, to not be stuck, to not just be hanging out and not doing a thing type thing. And then we have the Emperor, or the Emperor, depends upon which deck that you want to choose from. The Emperor again points to the leadership, or maybe the lack thereof sometimes, to where you just aren't picking up the pieces. We're just not taking those initiatives, and we have all of these things sort of hovering around us, but we're not grasping at any of those and running from it. So Anu, hello from Sweden. Well, hello back from Texas. All right, love the Emperor and the dog. Well, thank you. The dog was from a Photoshop site, but yeah, okay. At least it's spelled right. I love it. There you go. So the Emperor, about taking command, taking all of that. The Ace of Coins says it's all about getting the ventures, getting these venture things. So again, talking to friends, getting ideas, getting some inspiration, getting things done. And the Ace of Coins points to just launching into that full speed, not really delaying it, not really, wasting a lot of time. So a lot of ideas you just never pick up on, you never go with, never sort of going with the flow. And I think that's sort of affecting you as far as getting unstuck as well. Be around those friends, and talk to them, and take the ideas and take the inspiration from that and go from there and see what happens. Well, there you go. Speaking of which, yeah, meetup.com is dead. That is dead. That's where you meet people and you go to various events. Like I want to go to a concert or go to a bar and meet some strangers. That thing is dead. That has successfully been shut down. There's literally nothing going on. All right, MB. Successful online business. El Cid from California. Hello back from Texas. And Jancy Biggs. Hello. How are you doing? All right. So Gracia, welcome. How is it going? So successful online business would be, I still think the Bonefire is my default business tarot at this point. It is, along with, by the way, the job screen, sort of the default tarot thing, the default business thing. I mean, there we go. There we go. So check that out. Let's see, just read your comment. Hope you love it. Cool. All right. Queen Famous, what's going on? Queen Famous wants to know, is Bernard serious about being in a relationship with me, or are they just wasting your time? It's no good when people waste your time. You do got to figure out some stuff about that. When they just waste your time for no reason whatsoever, that's a pain in the butt for sure. All right, but let's check out the online business. I'm doing awesome, Jancy, as always. I did some cards today. I did one card today. And not sure when to go to Kickstarter. I'm thinking this weekend, I guess. I'm kind of getting burned out on making cards. So I think the Kickstarter will get me that kick. Get it? Will get me the kick and the motivation. All right. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. 3. Are you involved? Is this online business involve anybody else? So I'm kind of curious now. Because the 3 of Cups followed by the Page of Cups points me almost to having somebody else in mind. It's like that you have some It's like that you have some people in mind, you have somebody else in mind that's going to help you with this, that's going to sort of start up or help you do the startup process maybe, or do this, or you have somebody in mind that maybe is going to make some pieces or parts for your online business or whatever. But I mean, the Three of Cups or the Page of Cups points me to other people being involved, definitely. Now, the King of Cups reversed, then the Empress sort of ending the whole thing. Sort of, it does mean that starting a business would be something. Geez. Well, thank you, Aria. Thank you, AD. Thank you, AD, for the donation. AD, are you in the channel? Let me know. Thank you so much, AD. I appreciate you. All right. So, let's see. So, 1 point was spiritual. Okay, but anyway, yeah, the King of Cups being reversed and then the Empress. So we have this weird combo. This is not really a business reading per se. We sort of entered into this odd space. To where we're sort of into something a little bit bigger, something a little bit more complex, right? So let's take a look at what we got. So the Page of Cups into the Three of Cups. Again, it's like we're relying on other people. Empress, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you. Empress, let me know what your question is, and I will check that out. But we need other people. We need other people to complete the puzzle. Maybe they need to make some components of stuff that we need to do. Maybe they need to help us with the technology portion. Maybe they need to make part of the product, or maybe they need to do some selling. Maybe they have some advertisement venue that you can use, something like that. But basically, you need to round up the people that are going to be involved with this, the people that are going to be with you as partners for this, and that's going to be important. Basically, it's saying you're not going to do this by yourself. This is not a situation where we can leap in by ourselves and do what you're sort of thinking about doing, per se. The Page of Cups into the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups does point to some success, though. We have some success as we walk into this. Now, the King of Cups points to just a bit of the emotional sort of attachment that we have to this. So it's something to where if we're not selling as much as we want, if we're not making expectations, we're going to get a bit dissuaded from it, but it's business. So just continue on the path, continue on. If you have a winning idea, people are buying, people are going to be interested in it, then let's pursue that and market and go through with that. The Empress says, bring yourself into the business. In other words, we want pictures of mine or Mina's bookshelf. We want pictures of you with the product. We want pictures of you, or pictures of the product around your home and doing things. So make it personal. So I feel like that I'm in your home, I'm part of your family with this product. For example, if you're doing beads, if you're doing jewelry, maybe put the jewelry on you and take those pictures. If you're doing candles, maybe have the candles in parts of your house and decorating it, up with a candle. So you want to put yourself in there. That's part of the Empress. I want my personality to be in there. Let's say I'm writing a book on tarot. I'm going to put a lot of my personal experiences out there in the book. So basically put yourself in the product, put yourself out there as part of the product, and let people feel like that they're a part of the creational process. They're a part of the business themselves, and they'll be more incentivized to sort of go with you on the product. But it does look good. So yeah, but recruit some help there. Get started. Online business looks pretty good. Jancy, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. And Sid, thank you for your donation as well. We need to catch up. We got a couple of square payments. So the next person would be AD. AD says, let's see, let me scroll up here. Runic astrology book. Ooh, that's cool. Anything astrology is fun. Anything astrology is so fun. Avni, okay. Hello, TarotOracle sent a donation. All right. And then Empress. Empress, what was your question? I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Okay. So while waiting for your donation, I have one from Sid B. So Sid B, if you let me know what your question is, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Mr. Sid. All right. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for the double question from Patreon, we'll do Jancy's question. So do JB. JB wants to know love life. Out of that about a year. We need to get back in there. Need to get back in there. All right, Empress. Thank you. Appreciate that. So let's do JB in a minute. And in the meantime, we'll do EA. Love reading. General advice from our situation. So are you in love there? Or are you currently looking for love? Or Empress, let me know what you got. So we have some context coming in here. Let's see. For love, we need to get back on the regular screen. But for love, we can put... Oh, we'll do the Victorian romantic. Victorian, I have to say, absolutely ugly box. The ugliest box I possibly have ever seen in my life. But the tarot gives some good readings. The tarot just pops out the readings. It gives you exactly what you want to know. It doesn't hesitate at all. EA separated. There we go. Let's check that out. I'm, kind of curious there. What it's going to say. All right. Catherine, sure, put out a question there. Catherine, I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you. All right. Is Bernard serious about being with me? Queen Famous wants to know. All right. So let's look at... we go to the love screen. Let's look at what we got here for the love readings. The love readings. What are we talking about here? Separated. We're looking for somebody else. Looking for reunited. Let's see what we're going on there. Love life is butthurt here. Well, that's true. Okay. 8 of Pentacles points to, it's just a massive amount of work. It seems to be just a massive amount of work. The 8 of Pentacles into the 4 of Pentacles. It's almost like that we had a good relationship. We had finally a steady relationship, something that we could look forward to. And it's not ending soon. Just go away with that screen. Okay. We had something we look forward to, something that we could enjoy. And it just sort of went downhill. And it went downhill almost for just unexpected reasons. I think that we did have some precursors that sort of happened where things weren't going on track. Maybe the train derailed a little bit, but I don't think it was just like a full derail where it just went off. I think we just had a bit of a hiccup, and it seemed to just develop from there. And then we have some unexpected things. 8 of Pentacles sort of hit into the 4 of Pentacles. One of the big problems I think that we're seeing with relationships in general is maybe the other person just being a bit selfish. The 4 of Pentacles is all about hanging on to what we have and expecting more. That sort of leads us into a situation where the other person is a bit selfish, or the other person is a bit high with their expectations, but it's sort of this uneven thing. In other words, they want this and that and this, but they're not willing to give that. So you have this uneven, weird expectation thing going on. It just doesn't quite work out that well. So as far as love into the future, the Magician, 5 of Cups into the 9 of Swords, we're sort of talking about sort of a bit of a break after that. It's like we have to process that incident. We have to process being separated. We have to sort of get a recovery mode going and get sort of serious with getting back to normal emotionally, getting back to normal as far as the recovery is concerned, and then moving forward and getting prepared for the next stage. And part of that is the coronavirus. DYB, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. So part of that is the coronavirus. We're trying to recover from it. We're trying to get back to normal situations where we can go out. You don't know what the other person has and type thing. So, it sort of gets worse with the corona because you didn't know what they had in the beginning, but now they could have something even worse. You don't know. So getting out and doing that is going to be after recovery process. And part of the recovery process is healing from the selfishness that we received. Part of that is going to be sort of healing from just getting back to in a dating mode. So dating is kind of weird if we haven't been dating. If we've been on the bench for a while, it's sort of difficult to just run back in and dive and fully dive in type thing is going to be sort of difficult. But you have that Nine of Swords where we do have a worry of what is out there, what do I need to do, and things like that. Mystic Cats, hello, what is going on? But the Five of Cups, again, points to the recovery mode, getting things back and whatnot. So the Magician says that you are able to get back on the market. We are able to move into the next stage of getting a new relationship. So let's sort of see what we have once we get into that and we go full steam with that. Well, the Devil says we're sort of trying to avoid anything bad or avoid people that are going to be a bit of a trickster type thing, because part of this is you've encountered this before where people present themselves as one thing, but they're not, present themselves as a certain type of personality, but they're not. And, you know, they sort of change. So the personality on the date is not the same personality that they use with their friends, with their family, and things like that. So you're looking for that synchronicity of somebody who's true, somebody who's real, somebody who has the same personality no matter who they talk to, because they're going to present their true selves to you, and then you can sort of figure out if that's going to be good or not. But you do have a couple of dates with people that are sort of red flags, more or less. So the Devil points to a couple of the red flags. Definitely want to avoid anything that has a red flag that's going to be a bit too much. But the Ace of Swords says we do have dates coming up. We do have dates in mind. We do have sort of getting back on the market after the portion of healing is concerned. Now, the Seven of Wands, you're going in with a unique perspective coming from, you know, sort of being on the bench, coming from that, trying to get back full steam. The Seven of Wands, we are a bit defensive. We may not be fully ready to commit to something long-term, but maybe some short-term relationships, maybe a friends with benefits, or whatever you're sort of in the mood for is going to be a bit realistic. But the Ace of Swords says we do have other love coming. We do have more communications. We do have opportunities coming that are going to be good for us. And in the long run, I think that you're going to find somebody that's going to be great. It's just a matter of sort of getting past step one, and getting past phase one and getting into something, you know, if we need a couple of short-term relationships or whatever, if we're not ready to leap into anything long-term, not anything to leap into anything serious just yet, that's okay. It's all about just gradually getting back into it. But overall, I mean, it looks pretty positive. I think it looks really good. All right, so now we got a bunch of questions. Today. Now let's do JB, love life, been out of it for about a year. All right, we got another one sort of reaching out into the dating zone in the post-corona. Oh, the post-corona thing. I guess we'll go with the Dark Mansion. I got good results from the Dark Mansion, I gotta say. All right, and Catherine, we'll get yours here after Jancy, and then we'll do DYB in the home. Check that out. Have some fun. We got the tarot going. Made some tarot cards. I may just go to Kickstarter tomorrow. Man, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go to the Kickstarter after the stream. I don't know. Cold and rainy here. Maybe I have a Kickstarter event tomorrow. So look on the keep an eye on the channel. May see a Kickstarter live launch tomorrow, because I want the people from the stream to get the good deal. And the good deal is for $29, you get the deck. So that's the good deal, you know? Or no, it's $34, you get the deck. So that's a better deal. No dating here for a while. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. You just never know. You go in, you're all excited, and you never know what you're going to get. All right, so let's see about the good news, the bad news, the indifferent news about being on the bench for a year and leaping back in full steam. By choice, we're out a year. Well, Nine of Cups, sort of a collector's item. We're sort of a collector's item. Basically means that, I mean, you have a lot of opportunities. I still think you have a lot of opportunities here. So the Nine of Cups points to, you know, it's sort of a CM. Yes, you can order a book. The Nine of Cups points to the opportunities that you have, and sort of the collector's opportunities, or the collectors of cups on the back. I think that you have these opportunities. Sid, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. I don't see your question yet, but Sid, let me know. I appreciate you. My boyfriend died. Oh my. Okay. But yeah, we have opportunities for this, but we're not taking some of these opportunities. We're sort of been skipping these opportunities. Like you said, by choice for about a year, we have been skipping these opportunities. And the Four of Cups sort of points us directly to that, right? The Four of Cups is that feeling of dissatisfaction with everything. I get offered something, I'm dissatisfied. I get presented something, I'm dissatisfied. It's the Lord of, what is it? Not illusionary success, it's a 7. Anyway, it's the blended pleasure. There you go. The Lord of blended pleasure. Things aren't being satisfactory a lot of times. We're having difficulty getting into that, all that stuff as well. So the Knight of Pentacles points to that as far as getting out there, I do think that you have opportunities. We have a couple of people that have some interest in you. And again, I think you do have multiple opportunities from the Nine of Cups. The first one is the Nine of Pentacles. You also have the King of Pentacles. Sort of unusual that you get 2 Pentacles, but here we go. I mean, here we go. The Nine of Pentacles points to an earth sign. You have an earthy sign. Maybe a Virgo. You never know what you're going to get when you have a Virgo. All right, Sid B, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You never know what you're going to get when you go with the Virgo. When you open that Virgo door, you never know. I think one of these is going to be a Virgo. And you're talking about somebody that's a little older, somebody who is interested in dating, somebody who's sort of serious but not too serious. A lot of iffy back and forth things going on here. Biffy Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. My sister is suddenly being friendly. Oh my. Okay. Let's see. All right. Brenda, hello. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? So, but yeah, so you get into this Virgo mood. Again, the sort of, on and off, hot and cold, the traditional Virgo thing that we all do. But, you're sort of going to have to put up with that and try to fish through and try to figure out if the person's serious or not. I don't think you end up with the Virgo, quite frankly. I think the King of Pentacles is going to be a little more your style. The King of Pentacles is a little more serious. This is like somebody who used to be a manager, but either retired or just got off of it and did something completely different with their life. So you never know what you're going to get with that, but the King of Pentacles is going to be a better choice for you overall. I think this is somebody that is a bit younger than what you are expecting, but it's also somebody who just does adventurous things a bit. Not too much. I mean, they are the King of Pentacles. How stable can you have to be? But their stability, I think, is sort of, one of the things that you're looking for with that as well. But the Sun says overall, you have a couple opportunities. We have some good news coming. And the Sun points to these working out into something sort of a midterm relationship, something that you can enjoy, have fun with, and get into that. I think you actually meet the Virgo probably in like 3 months. I would say 3 months. You got to let all the COVID settle down, and then you go out on a date. Make sure when you go out on a date, you wear a full hazmat suit. Wear a full hazmat suit with a mask, gloves, and double glove it. So there we go. All right. Catherine wants to know about, let's see, where did Catherine go? Catherine, I scrolled through here. Where's Catherine's question? I know you had a question. You had a question about fiance calling tonight. Was that it? The chat's really busy, so I'm kind of scrolling around trying to find things. Trying to find all of those good things there. Let's see. I don't know. Catherine, you repeat that. I think it's a fiance calling tonight. So they calling you? Let me know. In the meantime, we'll do DYB. DYB wanted to know. Let's see. DYB wanted to know putting a deposit on the brand new house next month. Ooh, a house. I still want to make a house tarot. I want to do a video about buying a house. Why am I not doing a video about buying a house? I did this medical tarot thing. Let's see. So DYB putting deposit on a house. Fund one's king. What is going on? Like the movie Airplane. Yeah, you need a full hazmat suit. I would double glove it. I would get regular regular surgical gloves followed by those big gardening gloves, you know, or the big chemical gloves that you use when you handle like a hazmat something. Okay, anyway, so we are doing this. Are we doing this or not? I think we are. I think we have a house. I want to do a house video. Okay, my house video is going to involve basically just laying out all my fancy call tonight. There you go. Love holla, hello. Why is it filtering you saying hello? That doesn't make any sense. All right, Catherine, thank you. I appreciate that. Love holla, how are you doing? My bot is filtering you for some strange reason. That's really unusual. All right. Will the fiance call tonight? Catherine, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's check that out. Love, you can ask a question. You most certainly can. Throw it on out there. We do questions at random after we do donations. We got a few donations tonight, but then we will check that out. We will check that out. Holla, isn't that the land in Burning Crusade in the World of Warcraft? The one where you always have the fights back and forth to try to get the territory? I don't remember. So the 6 of Cups, as far as putting on a house, a 7 of Swords, a 3 of Wands, a 10 of Wands. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, I mean, I don't understand putting a deposit on a house. I mean, if you want to put a deposit on a house, they will be very excited to take your money. So I'm not really sure why I would be saying no or why the cards are saying no. I'm not really sure at all. Because, let's see, will we be putting a deposit on a brand new house next month? I mean, sure, you can. Again, I don't see why I have this negative feel to this, but okay. Okay, so here's what happens as far as this is concerned. It's almost like that either the money is tight or something. The 10 of Wands points to a bit of that, a bit of the encumbrance or having this load or having too much load. Maybe you do an inspection on the house and you find something a bit awkward. Maybe you talk to the neighbors of the new house and they say something a bit awkward or something happens basically. The 3 of Wands talking about virtue points to looking out amongst the things that we own, looking out amongst the things. It's almost like maybe we find a better deal. Again, looking out amongst the things we have. The 7 of Swords puts a moving aspect. In other words, we are moving. We are sort of moving into that space, but let's see, purchasing a house next month. But as far as putting a deposit on that particular house, I just say no. I just say no. So let's move on to, so with that awkwardness, let's move on to the other thing you had, which was, you know, are we buying? Were we purchasing a house? So something's wrong with that particular house that you just did. Like you got a couple of awkward negative cards in there, but let's look for houses in general. We're going to throw down an extra one here. Houses in general. The 8 of Pentacles in the World. Yes, you will be purchasing a house next month. You will be purchasing a house next month. The World says you have the opportunity. We have the incentive to do it. We have everything lined up for that. The 8 of Pentacles points to a steady flow of money back and forth, of money given to the person. Everything works out as far as the 8 of Pentacles is concerned. And the 5 of Cups, it's almost like we're coming out of a foiled deal or a spoiled deal from some other house that didn't quite work out, or some other thing that didn't quite work out. But I do think that you get a house. I mean, if you have the money, getting a house is super easy. You just say, here's my money and have a nice day. But I assume that the finances are lined up and the things are going well for that. But as far as that first house is concerned, I think that may not work out. You may be looking at a second different house, maybe choice number 2, option B, or something like that. But yeah, so the house is looking good as far as that goes there. So yeah, I'm not sure why the first one had such a weird answer. First one had such an unusual answer. It's like we're moving, but we're not moving to that house. So basically, yeah. Okay. All right. So fiance calling. Let's check that out. All right. Catherine home. Is the fiance calling tonight? Or are they not calling tonight? Let's check that out. Quick yes or no. Throw down a yes, no question. We could do the Anna K. We could do the Anna K for that. That would be a great one there. Anna K, there you go. Anna K, there you go. Avni wants to know, what path do I need to explore right now? There you go. All right. Will I be financially successful? Mimi, I hope so. Hope you all the best. Hope everything is awesome with that. All right. We'll do random. So we got Catherine. We got Biffy. Thank you so much, Biffy, again. We'll check out your sister here, and then we will roll into the random zone. Into the random zone we go. You never know what you're going to get. I still miss some of the unusual questions I used to get. You remember that lady who was seducing somebody at work, and she got him to smell her hair? That was pretty funny. That was unusual. Financially successful. Okay. So is a fiance calling or not? I say yes. I say yes. The Emperor, either it's Emperor being reversed, either it's being delayed, somebody else is using the phone, somebody, so there's something else going on, there's something stopping the call, but you sort of have this nightmare, you sort of have this feeling, this intuitive thing that it could be a little late. But they do. Yeah, what happened to Juicy Peach? But they do call. We have the Ace of Swords talking about that initial communication, talking about reaching out to communicate with you, along with the Sun. Everything goes well. You get the call. Everything is pretty good, and things work out well. So I say yes. We will get a call tonight. Could be a little delayed. Maybe resources being used. Maybe other things are coming in the way or something like that. DYB, thank you for your donation. Again, I appreciate you. All right, let's get to Biffy real quick about the sister. The sister is being nice. And are their intentions genuine? Okay. Let's see. BR. Being genuine. All right, DYB, let me know what your question is. We'll throw that down here. Lily wants a love general, not a love corporal, not a love sergeant, a love general. Okay. We'll try this with the This Might Hurt tarot. This Might Hurt is so good. It is so good about just personality traits. So if we want just to throw down a personality, try to figure out what they're up to, try to figure out like what's the motivation here. I think that This Might Hurt tarot looks pretty good for that. It's got that modern feel to it, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, we'll check that out. Okay, very specific house. There you go. Yeah, the one. Okay, so DYB. Let's throw down the questions here. So you're putting down a deposit on a. You're putting down a deposit on a house. Is it the same house? Do you have other houses in mind? Do you have the finances worked out? Is everything okay on it? Putting down a deposit for a house doesn't mean we're really moving in. It just means we're throwing down the deposit. We could get outbid. We could have other factors involved. We could get the financing could fall through. We could have a lot of different things sort of happen with that. But anyway, let me know if you have one single house that we're looking for. Okay. The sister being nice. Fund one's king. Will my annoying brother ever move out? See, this is the fun kind of question we need. Fund one. We'll check that out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. As far as them being genuine, the Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, says maybe not. Maybe not. The Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. I think they're coming off of a situation to where they just miss the communication. There's something about the communication. There's something about your previous communication that they want to either fix or they want to readdress, or something happened with that and they're trying to sort of fix something. So we're trying to repair something when we have the Five of Swords into the Four of Cups. What they have presented to you before the Four of Cups feel has not been genuine. They have come to you with agendas. They have come to you with things that weren't 100% where you wanted them to go. And you tried to you get an intuitive feel from that. Your intuitive feel is something's up, because the way they present it, the way they talk, a lot of things that they do is like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. So you do get that feel. And the Chariot says that when they come around, you sort of have to determine if it's genuine, if it's not genuine, if you're going to get involved in the games, or if you're not going to be into the games. You need to figure that out in advance. But the Chariot says they're coming in because they missed something or they want to fix something. The Five of Swords into the Four of Cups. We've been defeated. We have the problems. We realize that we have the problems, but we want to move forward. We want to get out. We want to do something different. The Chariot says we want to move into a different space. The Four of Wands says they want to move into a place that they're going to be comfortable, or back home. It's like we want to move back home. The Chariot into the Four of Wands, move back home. I want to get back home. Is that going to be realistic? Could we have some problems getting back home? Maybe, but it seems that we're trying to do that. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means something to you, but that is the definitive pattern that we have here, sort of moving back home. That they may not be literally they want to move back home, but I think they're just trying to fix something. But I don't see anything that would mean, Biffy, you need to be wary. And those would be maybe the Devil, or the Seven of Swords, or the Four of Pentacles, or maybe the Ten of Swords. There's so many cards that would indicate a hidden agenda, or they're carrying something into the situation that you don't want to receive. And I didn't see any of those cards. I just saw, well, I want to fix something, and I'm willing to move home, or I'm willing to be more lenient with some things in order to get that. So there you go. Funny that Robin did it and purchased the house. Yeah. So, all right, DYB will go and get the specific thing. We'll go and get the specific thing. All right. DYB, hello. Let's see, what is this? I have a message. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting. DYB. Specific house question. Specific house question. All right. So DYB, the first reading you asked about putting, okay, it's message night. Ding. It's funny message night. Okay. DYB, the first question you had was putting a deposit on a new house. And that looked really awkward. It was like you're trying to move there, but you're being blocked. So we're trying to move there, but we're just being blocked from getting a deposit on a house. Now, why is that weird? If you've ever bought a house, throwing a deposit down, you can do that in like 5 minutes. That doesn't mean anything. Throwing a deposit down doesn't mean a whole lot of anything. It's not a ton of money. It's a, you know what I'm saying? It sort of reserves your spot. You can be outbid by other people, but DYB, you said it was a brand new house. Putting down a deposit on a brand new house, you can do that for like $500, or depending on the house, obviously, but it's like nothing. You just throw the money down. If you want to get out, they'll give you the money back. So I don't understand why the tarot said for that situation, no. It said for that situation, we're being blocked. We're hitting a wall, and we're being blocked from doing that, which makes 0 sense at all. Speaking of 0 sense, I need to mute this phone. Let's see, I'm gonna mute this phone. And muted, there we go. So that makes 0 sense, because that takes 2 minutes and almost no money. So then you asked about moving into a house, and that looked really good. That looked very good. So again, we'll see. We'll see for this specific house. We want to know how we're going to do that. Let's use the Thoth. The Thoth is going to give us a good answer. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Haiti, welcome. It's been a minute. How are you doing? The X is threatening me, and what does he want? Well, that's not good at all. 5-point star, Mr. President, Mrs. President. What's going on? All right. Let's see. Gloria O, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, so let's do this specific house. Throw it down and see. So very specific question here for a specific house. Let's check it out. Let's check it out and see what we're doing. Okay. Well, see, this is no. We're getting another no. So let me read the question again. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Will I purchase the house? You have an exact house. The question is, will I purchase the house? It seems that you have the preparation. It seems that you have the preparation. You have the wherewithal. We have things in line to get it done. But again, we're running into difficulties. We're running into some sort of a dead end. Could it be financing? I don't know. Could it be something else? Could it be some weird thing that happens? I don't know. But we have a definitive just kill spot in the quest for this house. Again, we know what we want. We're going for what we want. We're all set. But again, we just have a complete block. And the movement card, the very heavy movement card, where we're grabbing everything, we're running it in, we're going full steam, is reversed, meaning we're just not getting the move in. So we have two negative cards. One points to not moving, one points to something falling apart, and then trying to recover either maybe a different finance option or something like that. So again, we have another sort of a negative for this specific house. I don't know if that was the first house that you're asking about or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can't put some money on it. Anybody can do that. Again, that's no money. It takes 5 minutes. A new house, that's guaranteed. They'll be like, sure, let me have your money. Have a nice day. But no, there's something with that specific house that you're coming into some sort of a problem. It could be financing. It could be that somebody else wants it and there's something else. It could be something going on. You could get an inspection and end up finding out something terrible in there, because obviously you want to get an inspection even if it's a new house. Hint, hint. Always get the inspection even if it's a new house. Hint, hint, hint. Okay. Entertainment purposes only. Will my annoying brother ever move out? Are we stuck with this person forever? Let's check that out. Let's check that out about the annoying brother. What's a good annoying brother deck? I'm gonna go with the golden wheel. I kind of have to. You kind of have to. Yeah, DYB, I don't know. Let us know what happens. What in the world's going on where you have two house readings in a row with definitive stopping points? Let me know. Let me know what happens, because putting down money on a new house is about as easy as falling out of a chair. All right, let's check it out and see what we get. See what we get with the golden wheel. Now we got an annoying brother. Is he ever going to move out? He really likes where he's at. Oh my, he likes where he's at. So is he getting free rent, or like what's going on with this? What's going on with this? Why do they like this so much? The Lovers, the Queen of Cups. I think that they really enjoy where they're at. Maybe they enjoy you. Maybe they enjoy your company. Maybe they like your company. Maybe they like hanging out with you. Are you that entertaining, fun? Your name is Fun. I mean, I'm just saying, you could be so entertaining that I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave, because Fun is always playing that TarotOracle. You know, it's got to be fun to watch occasionally, right? Got to run it in the background. All right. I don't know. Shows off the weird cards. DYB. DYB still going for the gold. All right, DYB. All right, we'll do your next question. I appreciate your donation again. Check that out. Yeah, something's happening, DYB. Something's going on. The Queen, okay, they really enjoy hanging out there. They really enjoy being there. Maybe it's the free rent thing. Maybe it's you. I don't know what's going on, but they sure enjoy that, because the Queen of Cups is the water of water. It's very, very emotionally in tune to this. The Lovers, they love the place. They like what you did with the place. Fun. You did something beautiful with that place. Here's what you need to do. Now, when you go into McDonald's, it's bright yellow and bright red for a reason. And they do that so that you'll leave. You'll leave as soon as possible. It's not attractive for good reason, because they want you out. Maybe you need to do that. Get the person's room, paint it bright red and bright yellow. Maybe, you know, something. Maybe they'll feel like they're at McDonald's and they just want to leave. This is real, by the way. You can go watch psychological studies on color that have McDonald's as a thing. Anyway, so the Four of Wands, they think it's their home. They enjoy their home. What a beautiful... You want this in a love reading. Fun. If this was a love reading, this would be like a soulmate. I mean, this person's just a soulmate in your house right here. The Four of Wands, the lovers, the Queen of Cups, everything's great. I mean, you know, they like it as is. I mean, they like it as is. Make them go away with your tarot magic. There was somebody that was asking about voodoo. Maybe we could do some voodoo doll. But, you know, entertainment purposes only. I'm not suggesting make a voodoo doll. You know, I'm not suggesting that at all. All right. Let's see. Haiti. X is threatening me. X is threatening me. How old is the brother? All right. See question below. DYB, did you ask another question? Let me know. Let me know. Well, fun. I'm so sorry. That is like a soulmate reading right there. Fun. I mean, you may want to pursue the McDonald's idea. Let's see. My ex is threatening me. Okay. Well, entertainment purposes only. If somebody is threatening you and you feel threatened, you need to notify the proper people. You need to... Ooh, there you go. He just called. See? That sun moment. That sun moment. We have it active right here, that sun moment. What do we want? We have such a major selection. I've been... Oh, no. Okay, I've been meaning to use this one for a while. I have been meaning to use this one because it is the Wildwood. It has been a minute. It has been a minute. Yeah, lady. I mean, I'm just saying that that the McDonald's tricks works. I mean, how long do you sit at McDonald's? Like for 10 minutes? Like 10 minutes? Why don't you boot them if you don't like them? Give them Das Boot. Introduce them to Das Boot. Like kicking somebody out of a video game guild, you know? But anyway, yeah, I don't know how old they are, but hopefully they find another place. Hopefully they can find another place. Okay. Queen of Water, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. So let's see what we got here with the mirror. Well, there you go. The mirror works. My ex is threatening me. You know, if you, I thought I muted that. How am I not muted? Okay. Put it on vibration only. All right. We'll purchase the house with grant checks. With the grant checks? Okay. All right. Okay. So, X is threatening me. The Nine of Vessels, generosity. Doesn't seem too generous. I think they were expecting something. They just like making you angry. We just like making you angry. We have the Ten of Arrows, instruction. We like making you angry. We like, no, sorry, not we, but I mean, they like making you angry. They're in a position to where they can sort of press your buttons and get you into a mode where they want you to just be upset for some reason, but it seems maybe not a nice person. I don't know what's going on. The World Tree, it's almost like they're having problems with their health and sort of taking it out on other people or something. But, you know, as far as that, the Mirror is concerned, generosity, it just seems that they just are just in a mean-spirited sometimes. Sometimes they know they can press your buttons. Sometimes they do it for their own entertainment, possibly. You just have this situation to where they're just not nice sometimes. So they're just not nice sometimes. Sometimes they're just They want to take things out on you. They blame you for things that you didn't even do. Again, it's just sort of this weird situation. But yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. But you know, if they're making legitimate threats, you need to notify somebody. But if they're just doing things to be annoying, it seems like that's what they do sometimes. They get into an angry mood. They get into this mode to where they're just upset and angry at things. They blame you for things that, you know, they're responsible for. They blame you for things that you didn't even do, or they blame you for something in the past, and they want to re-up these things that have long been resolved, and the reason that you left is because of these types of situations. But yeah, they know where your buttons are. They know how to press them. They know how to press them. And it seems that this is sort of what they're doing. Mods, please highlight my first question. Do you mean the first question that you asked originally, or do you mean the question that you just asked? The one, I will purchase the house with the grant checks? DYB, let me know how I can help still. You still got one question. So again, let me know. Let me know, and we'll follow up with that. So if you want to type in your new question, DYB, and we'll check that out. All right, so GO wants to know, let's see, how does he feel about me? Let's find out about that. Sometimes that happens to me many times. Add to my tarot wish list. There you go. It's a nice deck. It is. We could use another Thoth derivative to it. No, we want to use the Shadowland. I am in the mood for the Shadowland Tarot for sure. The one that's saying CEO. Okay, let me scroll up in a minute. Scroll up in a minute and check that out. All right. Haiti, thank you for your donation. What's wrong with his health? Is he sick? What kind? Yeah, just repost it, DYB. Just let me know. That's way, way up there, DYB. The last thing that you had was, I will purchase it with my grant checks. But if you have a question from far above that, that has probably scrolled off my screen at this point. So if you don't mind retyping it, I would appreciate it. Different decks and creators. Indeed. There's also my new deck that is coming out. You never know. You never know when that's going to come out, because, man, I'm burned out of making these cards. I'm ready to get the Kickstarter on. I'm ready to see what people are excited about. I'm ready to have a big mess of people waiting for it and be excited about it and get me excited about it. So let's go on. Let's move on with that. All right. How does he feel about me? It seems that they want more of a casual relationship as far as this goes. I think they like you. They want to move on with stuff. The Ace of Wands, they do want to move on to the next stage. They do want to get into a, you know, something fairly casual. We say casual because the Hierophant is reversed. The Hierophant talks about something serious, more of an institutionalized relationship, not literally, but sort of something more serious, something where we're going to progress into a bigger relationship, a more serious relationship, more of a settled relationship. And by that being reversed, and then the Six of Cups right after that, it's like we don't want something super serious. We're looking for something casual. The Knight of Cups says that the person is very good at relationships. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. They're good at relationships. They're good at getting into relationships. They're good at keeping relationships. They're good at being someone that attracts people, someone that attracts other people. The Knight of Cups is very oriented towards getting new relationships and finding, you know, love and getting into love and enjoying that sort of that romance period and that honeymoon period that we have that comes in as we first meet someone type of thing. But as far as getting serious, the Six of Cups a lot of times points to children, but it also points to this connection that we have with somebody else, this emotional bond and things. That being reversed, the Hierophant, the more serious relationship being reversed, points us to the Ace of Wands. Sure, let's get started with something. Let's get going with something, but do you want to have something long term? It doesn't look like it. The Knight of Cups says that they're very good at a relationship, so it will be something fun, something casual, and something entertaining, and it will be something to where you can have a good time. But as far as long term is concerned, we got a couple of negative indicators there, which may be fine. You may be just looking for something short term, but just be aware that we see we saw a lot of that short-term thing. There you go. Brian wants to know, how many packs have you got in total? I got 50 here. Now, I probably got 60, 58, 60, something like that. Brian, got about that many. All right. What did my ex Pisces want? Queen of Water, thank you again for your donation. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us on this Sunday night. What did my ex Pisces want? Let's check that out. How about something? List is long and endless. You're growing by the day. Okay. Yeah, that wish list just grows and grows. Let's do something totally different, like right out of the box, like something totally unusual. Never seen it before. Right out of the box. This, you know, do I even have the box? Oh, I do. Oh my God. It's the Connolly Tarot. I bought this from my friend Zach. DYB posted. DYB posted something. All right. DYB, did you retype the entire thing? I mean, can you retype the question? I would greatly appreciate you. I would greatly appreciate you. First, the one that's saying CEO. All right, the one that's saying CEO. DYB. Yeah, DYB, I'm just logged. Does anybody know what DYB's question is? Because, so DYB, we gave you the question. I looked at 2 houses. I'm waiting on grant funding. That should make it any day now. Then I will go purchase the house. So DYB, you said basically a statement that you're going to go purchase a house, which is cool. Then you said you were going to use grant money to purchase a house, which is cool. And then you said something about CEO. So between all of those, I'm not really sure what the question is. It looks more like a statement that you're going to get the grant money and you're going to purchase the house. I mean, I get that. I understand that. I'm just kind of curious, what is your follow-up question? If you let me know what question you have, I'll be happy to throw down some cards for you and we will check that out. So, but let me know the question, because the last thing that I see is basically a statement. So anyway, let me know, my friend, and we will check that out. All right. Yeah, if you just want to retype it, just retype the question that you currently have, and then we'll follow up with that. That'd be cool. All right. So as far as what did my ex Pisces want? I mean, we have the 10 of Wands, and then we're sort of oh, that's weird. We have the 8 of Swords being boxed in with that. And then we're going for the 4, sort of the selfishness thing, and then into death, or, I'm sorry, not death. I think this is the version of, I think it's version of judgment. So there you go. So there we go. Alrighty, I see. Okay. So, I mean, it looks like as far as what the ex Pisces want, I think that they want sort of either a good time or they want to sort of band-aid something. I think they want to band-aid something. And maybe a good time, maybe something quick, maybe something fun, but it's almost like they want to band-aid something. Yeah, so the 10 points to just this weight. We have this weight on us, and the weight is sort of getting to us. It's getting to us. And from the weight, we feel boxed in. It's like we need some, like you're talking about, either closure, or we want to band-aid something. We want to fix something that's still outstanding. But we do have this feeling of something is not yet resolved. Maybe it's sort of being fixed from karma. Maybe it's sort of trying to resolve something that they had a question on. Maybe it's an apology. But overall, it looks like some interaction that will band-aid up things that need to be band-aided. I think you probably know what those things are. The 4 says that they have been selfish for a while. They have been in a place to where they came first and they wanted to be selfish. They wanted to be that person that was the priority. And then they realized that maybe that wasn't the proper strategy. Maybe things could have been better. Maybe things could have been improved. But at a certain point, it's sort of too late or it's too risky to fix some of those situations. So maybe we want to sort of get into that and try to figure that out, you know, emotionally for ourselves, and sort of touch base and get all that stuff. But the transition says we want to move on. We're ready to move on. Sometimes it's hard to move on. And Wolf, yeah, that's the question, but I already answered that before. Basically, it was a no. All right. So the transition says we want to move on into the next space. We want to move on into that. So there you go. All right. All right. So there you go. All right, DYB, thank you for your question. I appreciate that. All right. So that's clear. Waiting on foundation grant checks to purchase a house. Will the checks arrive in 2 weeks? Let's check that out. Maybe that was the blah. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Got a lot of house purchases going on. Everybody's in the mood. Everybody is in the mood. All right, Haiti, we're going to get your question right after this. So DYB wants to know about grant checks coming in. Let's check that out. All right. Grant checks. All right. Foundation grant checks to purchase a house, college students. Will the checks arrive now to 2 weeks? All right, let's check timing on this. Golden Tarot is good for timing. I mean, it's not bad at all. If you have a tarot for timing, I recommend my Echoes of Nature, actually, because it has numbers all over it. Echoes of Nature has numbers all over that thing. All right. Paula orders so many decks. Paula, you're gonna need a tarot tower. Paula, I'm just saying, you're gonna need to just go start building a tarot tower right now, because you have more decks. You have to have like twice as many decks as me at this point. All right, so let's find out about the grant checks coming in. So maybe that is the problem that you're coming into. Maybe, well, no. Maybe that is the problem that we're sort of getting into, maybe. The Chariot being reversed points to a stoppage of movement, But we do have some people that are involved with this as well. So we're looking at grant checks. Are they coming in or not? X, hello, what is going on? Zimmeroni? Should I give another chance to my ex-boyfriend? There you go. All right, we'll check that out in just a minute. But the Knight of Cups, we're coming into this emotional thing. The Queen of Wands, we're getting it involved. We're getting these things done. We're getting these things prepared. We're getting this stuff prepared. But the Chariot says basically, no, we're having a problem getting into this. It's going to be maybe delayed. Could be looking at a week, maybe a couple weeks or something, a delay with getting checks. So we're looking at maybe a bit of a delay. The Chariot, again, being reversed. This is a big movement card. This is a delivery card. And this ending our spread and also being reversed points to the movement being delayed, the movement being stopped, maybe temporarily. And we have some other people working on it. We have activity around it. Things are happening. In other words, it's getting prepared. But as far as getting to you within now to 2 weeks, maybe a delay. The Chariot being reversed points me to that delay. So we could be looking at maybe a little delay there, a little delay. Maybe that is what you were waiting for as far as that went. I'm not really sure what the whole situation is, but let us know. All right, Haiti, sick of what type? Maybe sick mentally? I don't know. Let's see. Did I get any communication I had to leave? No? All right. HG. Sickness. Has the sickness. Let's see. I'm not really sure how we're going to pull a sickness. Not really sure how we're going to pull a sickness out of one of these. I guess we could use the Rosetta. I do want to make a Thoth derivative for sure. I want to get a Thoth derivative, hunt down some ideas and get a Thoth derivative and start making that after this other tarot. After a break, but after this other tarot. Maybe that's next year. 2021, look for a Thoth derivative from me. Hopefully my watercolor will not be terrible by then. Hopefully I can draw faces. That would be great. That would be great if I could draw faces. How fantastic would this be? So we're looking at maybe a sickness, maybe not a sickness. Let's find out exactly what is going on with that. The Five of Wands, strife. It's like no, it was not within 2 weeks. It could be delayed. It could be 3 weeks. It could be 3.5, 4 weeks. So there you go. Do you keep the boxes? Do you keep the boxes? Yes, we keep the boxes. We do keep all of the boxes. There you go. Tons and tons and tons of boxes. Some there, some not there. So there you go. DYB, I did not see it within 2 weeks. I saw it within maybe 3.5, 4 weeks tops, but it looks like it's just delayed. All right, strife. What sickness are we talking about with the X? It's just like this anger, strife, likes conflict, enjoys conflict, likes conflict because it activates something. It's exciting maybe, but likes that conflict, likes a bit of the conflict with strife. Doesn't want to just gloss over everything, wants to be full in, go full in type thing there. What's coming towards me in love? Gurpreet, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Three of Wands, virtue, I think it's cyclic. In other words, sometimes it's very angry, sometimes it's not. Not really bipolar, but it's something where they get angry and they want to express things via anger instead of doing the logical thing, which would be talking to you normally, rationally, stuff like that. So it seems that is the communication style. Dominion, they like the power. We like the power. We like to have the driver's seat. We like to have the power to where we can press buttons, we can get a reaction. We know that we did that. Type thing. They like the power, the dominion, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Wands, completion. They think that if they do this technique, then they will force your hand or they will force you to react a certain way. So it's more of a manipulation game, than anything else. If you don't already have games people play, that book is so good. The book is so good. Talks about different games that people play and all this other garbage. Wish people didn't do that, but it does work. Julia, welcome. What is going on? All right. X wants to, Blah wants to know. Wants to know buying a house. Are we buying a house? What I need to do to buy a house? Well, there we go. Let's find that out by using... Man, we've done so many readings, we're running out of decks. We are running out of the 50 decks over here. I guess we could use a Chiro deck. My boxes all go in the trash and the decks get put in velvet bags. Well, that works out until your deck is worth $500. And then you're thinking, I should have kept that deck. I should have kept that box. Because trying to sell a deck that's worth $500 without a box, now it's worth $50. I don't know why, but I did the same thing at one point. And yeah, a couple of my decks were worth $500. So I was glad that I kept the box on one of them, but I did not on the other. And that was the end of that. So buying his house, is that going to be good or not? Three of Cups says, we got the opportunities for that. The Four of Wands says you're not going to find one that you really like. What do I need to do to buy a house? You need to change areas. With this. The way you're doing it, the method that we're using to buy a house now, the method that we're using to sort of keep going and shop, the Four of Wands being reversed, we're not in the right neighborhood. We're not in the right section. We're not in the right portion of that as well as we need more money. The Ace of Coins, we need to generate more money. We need to save up more money. We're sort of looking at more money being a more of an advantageous thing for us in sort of buying a house and getting that started. The Knight of Swords as well says, don't jump in and sort of, be like, I'm just going to do it this way. This is the house I want. This is the neighborhood I want. I'm just going to go for it. Be more presence of mind with it, be more planning oriented with it, as well as look at your other options. Are there other financing things that you can do to get the house? What other financing options do you qualify for? What other things can you sort of leap into that are going to give you some financial help? So the Ace of Coins, getting that money. The Knight of Swords, don't run in without a plan. The Four of Wands, let's look in a different neighborhood. And the Three of Cups, talk to people around the neighborhood. If I want to buy a house, and I want to buy a house right over there, it's always good to talk to some of the neighbors. Knock on the door, talk to them, say, hey, I'm interested in that house over there. Like, what do you think about the neighborhood? What do you think about, the HOA or whatever? And just sort of chat it up and do that. But yeah, I mean, money is going to be a thing. Getting a different neighborhood is going to be a thing. And making sure you have a plan is going to be good as well. All right. Should you give the ex another chance? Well, let's check that out. Hopefully they deserve another chance. Hopefully they didn't mess things up that badly. They didn't mess it up that badly, did they? Did they? We could use... the drag. You know how long has it been? How long has it been since you guys have seen the Celtic dragon? Celtic dragon. I'm here tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. Wow, that's 10 live streams in a week. That's got to set some kind of record. What other tarot reader do you know that does 10 live streams in a week? I don't know any, except for me. So there you go. That is 10 live streams this week. That's bananas is what that is. There you go. Well, back on tomorrow morning. All right, the Celtic or the Celtic dragon. Oh, what are we looking at? Do they deserve another chance? I mean, let us know. Do they deserve another chance? They didn't mess it up that badly, did they? The Ace of Cups says maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. The Ace of Cups says we need to fix something. We need to fix something. I mean, right? Where are you at? X. We need to fix something. What is that? Like, what's going on with that? So we have some trickery going on with this Ace of Cups, the World combination. The choices are limited. The choices are limited almost. It's like that we're comfortable with that person, but they, you know, but it's just not there anymore. It's just not hot anymore. There's a lot of things going on. The Ace of Cups, that love just sort of fell off, you know, got kicked to the curb, got ran over by a couple of cars. The love is just not there. The heart is just not there sometimes. The heart is just not in it. It's just not in it. The Nine of Pentacles, though. The Nine of Pentacles says that we do have high hopes. We hope they'll change. We hope they'll fix their crap. We hope that a lot of things will happen magically almost, but magic is not real. Magic is not real. So we're kind of in this reality of maybe not, maybe not. The King of Wands says you will ultimately take them back. I mean, come on. You'll give them another chance. They're on your mind already. You're asking about them. You're thinking, you know, maybe it's worth another chance. Maybe I should do that. But I think ultimately, yeah, you do it. I mean, come on. Would I recommend it? This is entertainment purposes only. Ace of Cups says we need to fix a lot of things. Hey, if we want something fun, entertaining, get a little of the fun with the X type situation, that sounds all right. Nine of Pentacles says that sounds all right. King of Wands says we're going to end up doing it. The World and the Ace of Cups, though, being reversed, says that's not going to be something where you... That's not going to be something to where you're in it for life. It's not going to be something where you get the video game save and then you revert back to when the times were good. It's not going to happen. The video game restore is not going to happen with this relationship. But if we're looking for a little fun, it sounds like good time to me. What's coming towards me in love? Let's check that out. Gurpreet, thank you for your donation. It'll be the last reading. Again, I'm here tomorrow and tomorrow morning too, because it's Memorial Day and I got the day off. So might as well do a morning stream, hang out with all of you. So last reading, what are we going to do? We could do the Druid Craft. I love the Druid Craft. I have no little graphic. We've gone for an hour and a half. We're going for the gold tonight. Everybody's still here hanging out. I can't believe everybody's still here. It's been like an hour and a half. Rayna's just posting all this good stuff in chat. Rayna, thank you so much for modding for me, hanging out with me tonight. Rayna is the most awesome person. Big thank you to Rayna. Rayna has been modding for like an hour and a half. She's dedicated. We got her reading on her mom. She's awesome. Everybody say thank you, Rayna. I mean, Rayna is just amazing. I'm just saying now. Rayna is just amazing. So, let's see, what's the question? What's coming for you in love? Well, I mean, we do have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups does say we have some nice things going on. We have some nice things going on in love, but it seems that you need to get rid of somebody. You need to get rid of somebody. You need to throw them out. We need to get rid of somebody. You still have somebody on your mind. You still have somebody sort of stuck. You're stuck with one particular person. I think you have one-itis. You're stuck with somebody. You're trying to get something going. It's almost like maybe you have a crush. Maybe you're stuck on somebody. You gotta throw something out. We got to throw out the trash. We have to redo. We have to restart. We have to do something in order to get to that Two of Cups moment. So basically, you do have opportunities. We do have somebody coming. I think it's going to be a water sign. I think it's going to be somebody that you sort of enjoy being around for a short-term relationship. I think that you're going to meet them. But again, we need to throw something out of our life that's blocking us from getting that. I think it's pretty obvious what that is. Once you figure that out, let us know. But yeah, you do have somebody coming in, a water sign. They're going to be a little shorter than what you expect, but the water sign, they're going to be all right. They're going to be emotional. Sometimes they wear emotions on their sleeve. Sometimes they're a bit on the odd side, back and forth with emotions and whatnot. They do get depressed occasionally, but that's everybody. But I mean, yeah, we do meet somebody. But again, what do you need to throw out? Start thinking about that. What do I need to toss out the window? Not literally, but what do I need to get rid of? What is weighing me down right now? And that's what is blocking you. That's what's stopping you from getting this Two of Cups moment. So once you figure this out, once we can move on to that, once we can haul through and get back on the tracks, I think we're going to find that person, the water sign, a little bit shorter than what you expect. They're doing pretty good otherwise. They're pretty good at, sort of reading you and talking to you and having fun and being interactive and whatnot. So I think you have something good coming. Anyway, I'm back in 10 hours. I'm back in 10 and a half hours. So come see me then. I'll be back tomorrow night as well. See you then.